Hello there, good morning ladies and gents. So, quick stream before responsibilities have to take over. How you doing there, chickens? Good to have you. I see you are always free. That's good to know. Okay. So we have a turn here. Not too bad, not too bad. It's been a little bit difficult this week. I didn't start with an actual timetable, so I had to make my own timetable. And then I got a timetable at 5:15 on Monday. And then it's like, supposedly I'm meant to have like a class in like an hour or something, but I've already done said class, so I'm like, well, can I just do the said class on the fucking Monday instead of having to do it on a Wednesday? Like, I'd rather get, I mean, like, in theory, I should be able to get all my seminars and lectures in Monday and Tuesday, which would be busy, but I'd rather do that than, like, have, in theory, quote-unquote, 5 days of freedom. Not, but obviously it'd be good. It'd be nicer to do work and stuff. Maybe. I may regret it, but we'll see. Okay, so we are not striking here today. Well, we are and we aren't. We've reduced the range down to about 11, I do believe, which is the... we've reduced it down to the normal range of the 0 with the drop tanks. The reason being that, one, we need to rest, but we also do wish to be able to strike if it does come close. But yes, we do need to rest. We have transferred over the G4s. There's 2 G4 squadrons at Lunga now. We're going to try and utilise Lunga, with it being the larger airfield, and have the bombers together, if that makes sense. To try and improve the amount of bombers that we get in the raids, I should say. It's not really a lack of fighters. We are getting enough escort for the most part. Not overwhelming, but enough that it is obviously a significant factor. So that'll be the Kakami and Oi that has just arrived there to Task Force 107, I do believe. Alongside another DD. But yeah, we're trying to increase the amount of actual torpedo bombers we can have in an attack. But yeah, it should also help with coordination, that everybody's at the same pace sort of thing, really. We're going to really stop using the G3M2 as a naval attack, for the most part. The reason being, it's... the G4 is just better. There's not really ever going to be anything better than a G4 with that sort of range, really. So yeah, we're going to use a G3M2 to cover, like, search. G3M2 for search, and a second line naval attack. And the G3M3 for naval search, and obviously second line naval attack. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the issue we've had there, really. But obviously, not every bomber will hit, either. Which is obviously the issue, too. We'll see, though. We have deployed submarines on what would be potentially a retreat path for his carriers. But I don't know. I mean, he may linger around. I expect to see... Well, we expect to see that there'll more than likely be aircraft at Luganville this turn, because he does have an airfield now. We are going to have to take it bit by bit then, to see how and what there may be. If there are aircraft there, it does actually make things simpler in a way, really. And we shall see. I do wonder if it would have radar. I wonder if those units would have radar. They probably would do, so they'd benefit from that, but... yeah. I don't imagine if I'd would have the same... Oh, so this would be a patrol boat here, yeah. Santos Muru. There's about 15 going down that way, or it might be just a group of 4 there. There's a couple groups heading into that area. Okay, moving into the AM. Right, ships out that way. Yeah, tanker there would be great. I'd love to get those tankers. Ooh, Allied AP then Palmyra. That'd be great to pick up on. I said bad weather for Luganville. I'm hoping that we can gain some reconnaissance here today. But again, this is it. I had a comment actually which is quite amusing. The biggest issue facing the Japanese Air Force is the weather, and it really has been. Oh, I think some of these... we moved some of those, we just need to retarget them. I forgot to do that, we'll do that this turn. But I tell you what, I didn't know there was a unit there. Oh no, I think I did. I just think we just completely forgot about it, actually. That's fine. We'll get them targeted back up there. Hey, Denison. Good to have you. I hope you're doing well. Right, we are attacking. I do believe I've issued the order to attack a bandwagon. I had thought we just need that engineer regiment. I'd forgotten that there's a bloody regiment in Nagasaki. And I'm like, okay, we'll go for it. I'm not waiting another 2 weeks. We should be able to manage it. We've got like close to 1,000 AV versus 200 AV. It probably will be bloody. I expect absolutely nothing of the regiments. I just hope they just do not completely collapse. But they do have a headquarters support. They do have tank support. They have preparation. It's just I know what to expect from regiments, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, need to retarget those guys. Doing tags. That's unfortunate. So what actually is there, man? It might be like a core or something. Oh, Chinese base force. Yeah. Meant to change their targets, I just forgot it actually. Been a busy old 2 days, really. Right, periscope there. Not really, son. Not really. Nice, okay. Okay, so it looks like he might have actually gone ahead and retreated there. We do have subs in that area. Okay. I wonder why, I wonder what that message means then, send main body. Is that when they detect BBs or like capital ships? I'm not too sure. So he's been aware of that before, so why have we not heard that message? But actually no, that, I think we had reconnaissance over us, didn't we? I'd have to double check that. I didn't quite read the message, actually. No, we haven't had a attack on a CB this turn. We haven't had any submarine attacks at all, really. We had a PB attempt to depth charge one near Palembang. Ooh, Nagato there. I fucking hope that weren't Nagato. That better not be Nagato. If that is Nagato, I'm oh, that better not be Nagato. No way she could go. No, okay. That, like, I don't know what that was, but I do not want to believe it was Nagato. I mean, she was like 20-something flotation. There's no fucking way. If she goes down today due to flotation, I will be pissed. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It just, it scares me. I don't think she went down there. I don't know. I think it would tell us that she'd gone down or something. I'm not too sure, but it does worry me. I don't think she's gone down, but I'm like, yeah, it spooked me. I just want to make sure she's okay. I mean, fuck me. If she goes down right next to Shikoku, no, not Shikoku, Kyushu, I'd be really pissed. Okay. We should have... there's a headquarters and tank regiment over here. The tank regiment will be here coming shortly enough. The others will be here shortly too. I just wanted to take control of that road. I mean, I know she's going at mission speed, but we've not had any issues. I don't know. Fuck me. Then again, what was it now? Was it Musu? In reality, I think it was a Musu. I can't remember which one it was, but which one was it where they essentially blew up in port? Okay. Right, so we do have an attack here. Again, I have no no expectations of a regiment. I just hope they don't get destroyed. But if they are reduced, I can potentially change headquarters a little bit easier. I don't really know. We'll hope for the best. Yeah, kind of as I thought it would turn out with those guys. Oh well, we do catch it, so thank God. Okay, at least they actually got the job done. Thank God for that. Right. Okay, so we have the surrenders there. So at least that's some nice. Yeah, that's good. And well, maybe. Okay. How many did we lose? I'm expecting. Oh, okay, not so bad then. Maybe I should have been nicer to them. I expected more in the way thought levels actually, but I guess I'd forgotten about that. So we do have 1,000 casualties, which yeah, yeah, about time. And then 14,000 there today. So that's pretty good actually. I mean, obviously there was a lot of headquarters there, but 295 squads, 381. Yeah, that's going to be worth quite a few VPs then, I guess. I think with them being Dutch, they're worth as much as the Allied forces, and I can't recall how much that is, but yeah, there we go, that went well. It looks like they had low supply then, so thank God for that. Okay, yeah, the second tank regiment's arrived, whether it's one from this way or one from this way, but I think it's the one from this way. So yeah, we'll be taking Kunming shortly enough, really. Okay. Oh God, yeah, I hope Nakato's okay. We were actually meant to bomb Port Moresby today, so it looks like that didn't go ahead due to weather, perhaps, then. Oosthaven. Oh, there's just, like, one engineer unit at Oosthaven or something like that. It's been there a long time. I mean, if you guys go back to, like, the original conquest of like, Sumatra, you'll be able to figure out how long they've been there. They've probably been there a long, long time now. I mean, we're 160 odd days into the war, so I think they've been there at over 100 days, maybe. I'd imagine. Eventually, I'll send something to get rid of them and that. It's just right now, but it's not an issue. It's not been an issue for 100 odd days, but we'll see. Nagato, be alive. Thank God Nagato's alive. What the hell sank them? Nothing on our end, apparently. That's interesting. Right, I don't know what that was then. It wasn't ours, as far as I'm aware. So I've not seen a ship today. So I'm not too sure. Something on his end. I think, did we torpedoed a AP before, didn't we? We torpedoed. We sank that. I can't remember what it was now. I know that we sank. It might have been an AP. It could have been Exeter, maybe. How you doing there, Stats? Oh, it's a little bit hard to say on the weather. I've never read much upon the weather. You can go ahead and check on here, and I think it like generally. I don't know how it works. I'd have to look into it, but I think that you have each zone, and if essentially you have like, I don't know, like. What the weather generally will be or something like that. I can't remember what the word would be. But obviously every hex is individual weather, so it's like you can look at this, but it doesn't really tell you what the pitch is going to be like if you're down here sort of thing. You could be over here and the weather's partly cloudy, but you could be down here, it's thunderstorms, so it's not very granular. Dot bases in Borneo. We got that one, we've had that one a while now. We actually even flew the paratroopers back over here too, so that's been completely resolved. Excuse me. There's only that unit there, 2 units there, but they'll be starving now. Okay. Yeah, these guys have been there a long time. Eventually I'll send something to go ahead and deal with them. I mean, I might send a naval guard or something. It's just not a big concern right now. But we do have that now. Right, so we'll take a look at the losses here today. Now, of course, I don't have a huge amount of time. I need to get showered very shortly and get up to the uni shortly. Right, so today then, 2 Jakes. We see a Sally there, a Catalina, and a Mitchell. What's a Mitchell? And a Mitchell shot down by flak. I reckon that's what we saw of Lunga then. What's a Mitchell? Oh, okay. Hang on, what model was that? Mitchell PR. So was that reconnaissance? Let me sort by name or something. Yeah, so it's a British Mitchell reconnaissance variant. Okay, so that makes sense then. That's got some nice range. So he's going to be based over here then. Right, so we have 7 out of 10 here today. And that could make sense for it being like an auxiliary aircraft. I notice it's not an offensive mission. Yeah, and it looks like the carriers are probably over that way. It looks like he's retired there. We do have our subs there, so we'll be able to try and cause some problem. Oh! Haha, yes! Yes! Oh, thank God for that. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, we do have... So that's what it must have been then when we had that main body sighted report then. Hell yes. Hell yes. Right, okay. And that makes sense. We've been wondering about this for a long time. Now, I do not believe his carriers... I mean, they're likely the carriers here. That's probably the carriers here. That... Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. I know it sounds like... Oh, hello. Apparently, carriers there too. Interesting. Fuck yeah. Okay. Right. I'm not saying that it's every carrier, but I'm saying it's at least a decent number of the carriers in this area now. Okay, so that's obviously going to change the equation in how we do things around here now. But that's good, because we were starting to worry that they could have been heading towards the Dutch East Indies, to be honest. But I'm quite happy about that. That's excellent information. That gives us a lot to work with, really, because we can now figure things out. It seems like it, perhaps. Seems like it. I mean, this is it. So let's take a look then. Let's take stock. So we see apparently a carrier force over there of some description, which makes sense. I mean, these might not be the carriers. I mean, this, like, what distance we're looking at here? So we're looking about 11 or so hexes. Something like that. I think they would have been able to make that distance. I would have to take a look at where they were yesterday. But they could be, that could be the British carriers. And the numbers would make potentially sense there. So that could be the British carrier force. That looks more like an American carrier force, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Okay. And we see AKs over here moving east then. Okay, so that's probably what was in here already. That might be the damaged AP. We're still seeing 5 units there. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be difficult because obviously him having an airfield here now gives him a little bit to work with there. But in fairness, I mean, this is it. Let's see. Does he have... Well, severe storms over Lunga right now. Excuse me. Yeah, severe storms in the entire area today. So he probably has some detection, but I'm not seeing detection on the base. I'm not used to checking for detection the other way around, in fairness. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what we did in the term before. So these guys are going to be transferred over time. But you can see that we have like 3 groups of zeros, and we have 2 groups of G4s. And the nice thing is obviously that these guys, the reason why we're going to go and stick with the G4 for the naval attack as our premier is the fact that it's 196 and 266. Which, I know it's a little bit more durable too, but it's more sort of speed. It doesn't make a massive difference, but it's sure nice. You can see that it works better with the 0207 331. Excuse me. Yeah, 196, 266. So it works a little bit better there. Yeah, we did see tankers. So, yeah, he's going to need a lot of fuel down here. He's going to need a lot. We do see a ship there moving east. We do have I-29 there, so we can at least try to engage there. We did see a tanker apparently around this area. I'm trying to find that today. We saw ships over here too. But yeah, he's going to be quite fuel hungry in this area, I can tell you that. Not to mention as well that obviously he does have to fuel Australia. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to, but obviously he would probably want to. So that's quite interesting. But no, that's interesting. That's very good. Now, the consideration comes down to if it is true, if those numbers are at least in somewhat indicative, but yeah, of indicative. That's it, indicative of the situation. It may give us a potential free hand with the Kitapatai. We'll see. Questions then arise from what do we do with that? But yeah, any chance we get to engage him, to engage his carriers with land-based aircraft is good. Now, the difficulty is going to be, yeah, well, midway, it just doesn't matter. It'd be useful, but it's not that useful. It's like, what does it really buy us, to be honest? Not too much. Could bombard it or something like that as a passing bit of vengeance, but not really. We'd have to look at that. Yeah, so the difficulty here is going to be to, like, suppress Luganville. Obviously, he does have aircraft, and well, it's interesting though because he has retired the carriers in the area. Is interesting. We expect. I mean, I don't know how accurate our. I mean, we see thunderstorms here today, so this is what I'm talking about. It's like the actual weather report says like partly cloudy, but it's like we have severe storms and thunderstorms in the entire area. So it's like, yeah, like what do we have here? Extreme overcast. Okay. Troops moving out over there is interesting. Okay, that's good stuff to know. Good stuff. Right, and we are unloading over here then. So 14th Army there. And is the 14th Army mostly ashore? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it. That's good to see. Good soup. Right, need to get that one sorted there. But they've unloaded all that supplies. We do have 11.2 supply here. Yeah, so plenty of supply. So, right, that's good. That's good. Okay. So they're marching that way. Okay. But this is good timing then, really, because obviously we do want to wrap up Moresby ASAP, really. So they're 14 miles into journey, 14, 24. It'll go quickly at first, because we do have road halfway in there, then we have road halfway out, but obviously we've got to get through this part first. So it'll probably take about a week, maybe, before we get there. So how many fighters... Well, I mean, this is it. It's an interesting one, really, because it's like, for him, he needs to have air supremacy, so he doesn't get attacked as such, or attacks don't get through. Well, because obviously he's on a platform that can be sunk. Like, obviously air supremacy is great, even on land bases, but we don't have the ever-present danger of being sunk. So he needs to win every time, to a degree, while we only need to win once, if that makes sense. So we can play a little bit differently. But there is, in terms of fighters then, well, there's 90 zeros there. We have another 70 zeros in total there. There's another 48 zeros there. We have 19... FF, where's FF? Ah, FF. Sorry, we have 23 roofies over there. Fighter bomber now. There's 40 nicks over here. 35 ready, but 40 nicks in total. Another 32 zeros there. There are Oscars over here, so another 26 Oscars there. Probably Oscars aren't exactly mainline. Then we have another 10 zeros, another 5 nicks there, another 16 Oscars there. Yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, we do have good numbers, really. Yeah, the nicks are really quite good for that. And the nick really will perform pretty damn well against carrier aircraft. We had them running an escort over here, actually. So I'm glad to see that they're not detected. Cool. Right, so take a look then. Yeah. But that was quite good, so he had a Mitchell shot down by the flak then. That's good information. And a PBY there, lost to ops. So yeah, I don't know how many of those Mitchells he gets, but obviously one being shot down by flak is pretty good. He must have come in low then, actually. I mean, we run our reconnaissance about 20k, and we do not often have them shot down. I don't think we've had one shot down by flak for a long time. We have them lost to ops, but not flak. Offside that tanker out that way somehow, apparently able to dodge us. And I do have protection out here, Cocos, but yeah. Now, we do have the AO group over here. They have to thread the gap now. So they have to cross this one hex over here. But they should do that during the night, ideally. That's okay. These guys are apparently moving south, which is good. Yeah. They are well protected, to be honest. I mean, we do have the two AVs over here. So you can see that we do have these two groups over here, which is on top of everything else in the area. So there are an HW and Surge. We have Jake's there, we've got Jake's there, and Kate's. Kate's there, and Kate's there. And Kate's there. Sorry, Jake's there. So there's a lot of aircraft in this area. Obviously, aircraft can't... Eventually we'll get to the point where we start actively damaging more and more often. But, yeah. Right, they're moving down that way. Gotta be careful about that, so. I may have that fuel dropped over here, in fairness. We'll see. Didn't see the subs down here. We do see a sub down here, too. So he's looking to try and hit the fuel, but we're just pretty in port for the time being. Sub over there. Yeah, looks like he's trying to send more down that way. Okay. Right, so... Yeah, they've arrived there, so they can begin marching south. Shortly enough, actually. I don't have a class per se. I'm supposed to have a class at 11. But because I didn't have a timetable, I went to the same subject on the Monday. So I emailed the actual tutor and she says, oh, it's probably okay this week. I mean, otherwise what's the point of me doing it again? But next week she says I need to request a change of, like, obviously time, whatever you want to call it, to that group if I want to stay in that group. But otherwise next week go to the one now. But that's okay. It's just, it's been freaking weird. It's been an absolute nightmare. So it's like I didn't start with a timetable. But then what made everything even better is it's like, there's like 2 days... No, there's like before university started where the IT system went down for like timetables and etc. So that went down. And then it was down Monday. And then I think it was down yesterday as well. So, yeah. Everybody's been fucking confused. I don't know how they can fuck it on. You're like... I don't know. But they do. They surely do. Right, here we are. So waiting on that armor to arrive. Other armor units coming too. Right, TIE forces over here then. Yeah, I know, right. Okay, so they're now fully ready to go. So I'm going to start flying over... Well... I think I can start flying to 748. Or maybe not. Maybe because everybody's not quite ready, I'm not too sure. I guess nobody's ready right now. I'm not sure. That's weird. Apparently I could only take the GNF. Maybe headquarters. Oh, it's restricted, right, okay. So I'd have to march them in. Okay. Bit of a pain then. I thought we could fly them in, but we'll have to march them. So that'll take a little while longer. That makes sense then. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And I don't think I can change the headquarters at TIEs. No. Oh no, apparently I can't. No, that's the commander, but I can't change the headquarters. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's fine. It'll take longer, but I can just march them in. It's still taking a while flying them in anyway, but still. It saves quite some trips. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Amazingly, we do finally have our mortar unit there, so let's go head down to Chunking. That had a very interesting journey there. Okay, I did have a tank regiment moving down this way, just to give them an extra bit of oomph. Just waited on this unit to head up that way. Could probably attack. I'll attack when the tanks arrive in, actually. Okay. Right, another division arrived there. Looks like another HQ. Yep, another HQ arrived too. That's good. Yeah, more forces are arriving. More tanks there too. Yeah. So it's at 3,428 at the moment. Obviously, the amount of guns is increasing there. We do have 3,804th there. 2nd Independent Heavy Artillery Battalion moving in there too. Good. More artillery. Headquarters and artillery. Another division there and headquarters actually. The reason why it's been taking a little bit longer over here is because I wanted to make sure they march to the right position. Okay. Then 6 over here, which arguably I could have just reformed, but obviously, what 2 regiments were going ahead before them, and 1 regiment wasn't, so they were behind by a day or 2. Right, 51st A is going to remain here. Yep. Yeah, base force moving up. China Expeditionary Army. Okay. Yeah, they're moving up there. Yeah, it's going to take time to assemble all the forces there, chunking, really. He is receiving more men, which obviously more base AV, but then this is why we'll go ahead with the armoured units, really. But I do want to have a good number of armoured units, but having more artillery there is always good too. Excuse me. Okay, let's make sure they're typed properly. Yeah, those are the ones though. Right, so they're currently stood down right now. We've shifted them up over here, so we're going to go ahead and have them bomb chunking too. I mean, this is it. It's the sheer fact that there's like 19 headquarters or more there. There's a shitload of like headquarters. But yeah, what we're going to do then essentially is form up everything here, obviously get the armed vehicles. I'm going to have the tanks essentially take the brunt of the fights initially. Have them attack with artillery support from everything else, but just try and use the tanks to reduce the supply of the troops within here. That'll make it easier to deal with. Apparently they can maybe take fortifications down too, but we'll see. It's going to take some time for everything to convene, really. But now I'm glad that she is here. I'm going to go ahead and put them into cruise speed then. There's no need to rush at this point now. They're fairly safe. That's good. Now, it's just interesting. I mean, this is it, isn't it, really? So, we finally have evidence to suggest that the American carriers are south, and that's really good. Really good. Very nice. And this is it. I mean, if we know that it's down here in the south, it does mean that we can funnel more assets down that way too. Yeah. We are going to be building up supply over here at Lunga. You can see we're at 11k now. We're going to be building that up. There's 30k supply here at Talagi in total. But also we want to go ahead and have 20, like that sort of thing there. Right, so it does have detection out here. Sadly, would have preferred him not to. But the APDs have arrived, and good, they unloaded. Hell yes. We have 1,398 supply there. Yeah, so we've managed to get ashore then 2 construction companies, so that's looking good. So we have a JNF unit and then construction companies there. So that's going to speed up the time there to build that up to an airfield, which is good. Very good. We also do have the Naval Guard here. So there's 29 Naval Guard. We could probably move more Naval Guard than if we wanted to. But yeah, it gives us something to work with there. Gives us something to work with. But now it's interesting. We may see him come in, which would be very, very interesting. Oh yes, the cruisers over here then. We're gonna try for a high-speed bombardment, and bloody well I hope we don't get them all sunk. We'll see. But they're not detected right now, which is good. That gives us a little bit more to work with, really. Yeah. They're almost recovered that, actually. Very nice. Oh, this is interesting. Check this and then I have to get going. Sydney, Calcutta, Midland, Sydney. Shitloads of ships there. Jesus. Or should I say shiploads? Yeah. See, we do have additional submarines that have arrived here too. Some of them are just in for repairs. The RO33 can leave today. RO62, she can leave tomorrow then after she's repaired. Yeah. I-26, she's going to be in here for about a week or so to get those finished off. Okay. We did move a large number of ships over here. We moved them out of Rabat for safety, really. Yeah, AO's there too. Yeah, so we're at 54,000 units of fuel there. As I say, we do need to get the fuel down there. Just as he needs to get the fuel there, we need to get it there too. There's like 14k there. I might even have that just sent down this way, to be honest, because we do need fuel there. Need to shift it from this side to this side. From west to east. Like, we can manage, like, we do have 3.7k being moved down this way. Which is not a huge amount. I mean, this is it. We're not moving, though, which is fine. So that does reduce the amount of fuel consumption. But yeah, you imagine, like, we're not shifting all of our carriers and, well, I say all, but you know what I mean. We're not shifting a large amount of carriers anymore. It is interesting. As we do have Clippertie over here. And the thing is, they're not burning fuel while they're in port, which is excellent. Or they might do, but I don't think they burn a lot. I don't think they burned anything in the actual port. No, that's pretty good. We'd have to figure out what to do with them, really. Indeed. It's like, how big is this gap over here that we could potentially get through? Like, detection-wise. And there could be a possibility there. But no, I'm desperately short on time now, so I'm going to have to leave it here. So, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I shall see you in the future. Interesting tidings today, so we'll see what that will bring in the future. Goodbye for now. If you guys enjoyed, please do like the video. Support me as a content creator as well. That'd be much appreciated. Goodbye.